Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to learn two theorems related to tangent to the circle, their proofs and exam style questions. So let us start with the first theorem, that is radius tangent theorem. So the statement of this theorem is the tangent at any point on a circle is perpendicular to the radius at the point of intersection or contact. So here we have drawn a circle with center O and OC is the radius of the circle. And we have drawn a tangent, that is a line which touches the circle at just one point. So we have drawn the tangent BD touching the circle at point C. Now here we need to prove that the radius OC makes an angle of 90 degree at the point of contact on the tangent, that is at point C. So here we have written, we have to prove OC is perpendicular or is at 90 degrees to the tangent BD. So let us start with the proof now. So let us consider the point B on the tangent BD and let us draw a line joining the center of the circle with the point B. So we can see that this line cuts the circle at a point called A. So here we have written, consider point B on the tangent outside the circle and let OB intersect the circle at point A. Now OA and OC both are the radius of the same circle. So here we get the length of OA is equal to length of OC. Now if we look at the length of OB, it is equal to the length of OA plus length of AB. So the length of OB is greater than the length of OA, that is the radius of the circle. Similarly, the length of OB will be greater than the length of the radius OC. So no matter which line segments we take from the center of the circle to the tangent, the length of the line segments will be always greater than the radius. So here, among all line segments from point O, that is center of the circle, to the points on tangent BD, OC is the shortest. And remember that the shortest distance from a point to a line is always the perpendicular distance. Therefore, OC becomes perpendicular to the tangent at the point of intersection, that is at point C. So here we have written, therefore OC is perpendicular to the tangent BD. Hence we have proved that the radius drawn from the center of the circle to the point of contact of a tangent is perpendicular to the tangent. And this is our answer. So the second theorem is equal tangents theorem, or we also call it as two tangents theorem, and it states that the lengths of the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So we have drawn a circle over here with center O and A is an external point, that is it is outside the circle, through which we have drawn two tangents, that is AB and AC, in such a way that the tangents will touch the circle at points B and C. Now according to the theorem, we need to prove that the length of AB, that is this tangent, will be equal to the length of the tangent AC. So let us begin with the proof now. So let us begin by joining the points O to B, O to A and O to C. So OB and OC becomes the radius of the same circle, and we can see that we get two triangles over here, that is triangle OBA and triangle OCA. And here we have considered the point A as an external point. So AB is acting as a tangent touching the radius OB at point B. So angle OBA will be equal to 90 degrees. That is by using the radius tangent theorem. So let us mark here as 90 degree. So this makes the triangle OBA as a right angled triangle. Similarly, AC is a tangent and OC is the radius touching the tangent at point C. So angle OCA becomes 90 degrees. That is by radius tangent theorem. And this triangle becomes a right angled triangle. So let us now consider the triangles OBA and OCA. Now we can see that angle OBA is equal to angle OCA is equal to 90 degrees. That is by radius tangent theorem. And OA is a common side to both of these triangles. And OA acts as a hypotenuse because it is opposite to the 90 degree angle in triangle OBA as well as in the triangle OCA. So here we have written the side OA is equal to OA, that is common side, which is acting as a hypotenuse. And in these two triangles, we can see that the length OB will be equal to the length OC because both are radius of the same circle. So by RHS congruence rule, that is right angle, hypotenuse and the side congruence rule, we can say that these two triangles are congruent to each other. And congruent means they both are exactly same. So here we have written, because the two triangles are congruent, all their corresponding sides and angles are equal. So now we can say that the length AB is equal to the length AC. So we have proved that the length of the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So this is our answer. Now let us start with exam style questions. Find the value of angles X, Y and Z. Now here in the figure we can see that POR is the diameter of the circle, as this line PR is passing through the center of the circle, and there is a tangent which touches the circle at point P, and OP becomes the radius. So here we have written OP is the radius touching the tangent at point P. So X is an angle made at point P. So X will be equal to 90 degrees, that is by radius tangent theorem. Now once we have got this, let us look at the straight line POR. Since POR is a straight line, the angle made at point O will be 180 degrees. So to get angle Z, we have to subtract 50 degrees from 180 degrees. So here we have written POR is the diameter and a straight line. So Z will be equal to 180 minus 50. That is, angle sum of a line is 180. So the value of angle Z we get here is 130 degrees. Next, let us consider the triangle POQ. Now this triangle is going to be an isosceles triangle because the length of OP will be equal to the length of OQ, that is radius of the same circle. So here we have written triangle OPQ is isosceles. Now let us use angle sum property of the triangle to find out the small angle OPQ. And since this is an isosceles triangle, angle P, that is OPQ, will be equal to angle OQP. Now here we have taken angle O plus angle P plus angle Q is equal to 180 degree. Since both of these angles are equal, we have taken here 2 times angle OPQ plus angle POQ. We got it as 130 is equal to 180. So 2 times angle OPQ is equal to, now taking 130 on the other side of equal to sign, we get 180 minus 130, giving us 2 times angle OPQ as 50 degrees. Now dividing both the sides by 2, we get this angle OPQ as 25 degrees. Since we know that OP is the radius, so the angle at point P is going to be a 90 degree angle, that is by radius tangent theorem. So to find out angle Y, we are going to subtract this 25 degrees from 90 degrees. So let us write here Y is equal to 90 degree minus angle OPQ, that is 90 minus 25 degrees is going to give us the value of Y as 65 degrees. So this is our answer. This is the second question. PBQ and PCR are tangents to the circle with center O. Point A lies on the circumference of the circle. Prove that X is equal to 4 times Y. Give reasons for any statements you make. Now in the figure you can see that OB, OA and OC are the radius of the same circle, and OB is the radius touching the tangent PQ at point B. So angle OBQ becomes 90 degree, that is by radius tangent theorem. So here we have written angle OBQ is equal to 90 degrees, that is by radius tangent theorem, and OBQ is made up of 2 angles. So here we have written angle OBQ is equal to angle OBA plus angle ABQ. Now let us try to find out the value of angle OBA, that is this angle. So for that we are going to send the angle ABQ on the other side of equal to sign. So we get angle OBA is equal to, now angle OBQ is 90 minus angle ABQ, it is given as 3y. So angle OBA is equal to 90 degrees minus 3y. Now let us focus on the triangle OAB. Now this triangle is an isosceles triangle because the side OB is equal to the side OA, that is the radius of the same circle. So the value of angle B, which we have got over here, will be also equal to angle A. So angle A also becomes 90 minus 3y. Now let us focus on this triangle OAC. Now this triangle is also an isosceles triangle because the side OA is equal to the side OC. Both are the radius of the same circle. So whatever value of angle C we have over here, that is Y, will be also equal to angle A. So angle A, the small angle, also becomes Y. So let us now consider this total angle at point A. So we have to add 90 minus 3y with Y. So here we have got angle BAC is equal to angle OAB plus angle OAC. So 90 minus 3y plus y is going to give us the total angle BAC as 90 minus 2y. I have considered the same figure over here for easy reference with angle BAC as 90 minus 2y. Now let us focus on these 2 points, that is B and C. Now these 2 points divide the entire circle into 2 segments. One is the smaller segment, that is minor segment, and the other is major segment. And these 2 points make an angle at the center of the circle at point O this way, and the same 2 points make an angle at the circumference of the circle in the major segment this way. So we can use angle at the center theorem to find out the value of angle BOC. So here we have written angle at the center, that is angle BOC, is equal to 2 times the angle at the circumference of the circle, that is 2 times angle BAC. That is by angle at the center theorem. Now we have proved this theorem in this video. So if you want to go through the proof and exam style questions, you can click on this link. I will also drop down the link in the description box below for your reference. So here we get angle BOC is equal to 2 times angle BAC, we got it as 90 minus 2y. Now expanding the bracket, we get 2 times 90 is 180 minus 2 times 2y is 4y. Now let us focus on this quadrilateral PBOC. Now in this quadrilateral, we know that the value of angle B and C is 90 degrees, that is by radius tangent theorem. And by using the angle sum property of the quadrilateral, let us now add all the angles of this quadrilateral. So angle P plus B plus O plus C is equal to 360. That is angle sum of the quadrilateral is 360. Now angle P is given as X plus angle B is 90 plus angle O we got it as 180 minus 4y plus angle C is 90 is equal to 360 degrees. Now let us make X as the subject, and taking all the other terms on the other side of equal to sign, we get 360 minus 90 minus 180 plus 4y minus 90. Now minus 90 is minus 180, and minus 180 and minus 180 is minus 360. So 360 minus 360, they will cancel out each other, giving us the remaining term as 4y. So we have proved that X is equal to 4y. And this is our answer. I hope you have understood all the steps and liked the video. And if you found this video useful, then check out this playlist where you'll find more examples of this kind. And you'll find other circle theorems and their proof and exam style questions in this playlist. And if you're liking my videos, like, share and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.